All right, what's up, you guys? As you can see, I'm in Pep Boys. I had to drop the car off, taking care of first order of business. Hopefully, by the time I pick it up, so it's like a 2 hour. I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna probably nap for about an hour and a half, maybe, and then I'll just walk back. It's not a long walk, so I already thought this through. I was like, maybe I could do one of my videos walking. Because right now it's a little chilly. I didn't even check the weather, but it feels a little below 65. It's windy, it's drizzling a little bit, so, you know, a little colder than usual. Mind you, we're just in the middle of August, so, but it feels very much like October right now, today and yesterday. But it's cool though, I just put an extra shirt on and just hoping that I don't get caught up in the rain pretty much. Yeah, I enjoy this because anytime I get a chance to walk, I take it because sorry about that, because this truck was running up to me like he wasn't even looking at me. And I'm not one to take my time crossing, but it was pretty unnecessary. Big ass truck. But anyways, I take the advantage to walk. So that's the goal ahead. Maybe I'll have a smoothie on the way. Maybe not. I do have cash, so maybe I'll stand there and order a smoothie to start the day. Maybe an all green smoothie. I don't know. That definitely sounds good because they're open. So another tip on my health. Most people don't. Like I said, I'll be doubtful as hell. Like I'm like, who the hell gonna care? That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm watching my favorite content creator and he's just doing anything, and I'm just like, oh yeah. That's what ferocious, like not just ferocious content. Anybody who decides, all right, I'm gonna share with you guys. I'm gonna break down my process. I'm gonna show you the change that I want to put in effect. Anybody that does that, I usually like pay close attention, or at least let it roll. Like I don't just be like, yo, this is not for me. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing it the same, except that I'm not like I'm not fully polished where people are like, oh, this is such and such. I know the reason why he's doing that. So I'm just trying to fill in the holes where people might have questions. But like I said, just on a health tip, I didn't get a chance to do the workouts like I promised I would over this week. But we could just make it up by walking. I'm gonna walk down and I'm gonna walk back. You guys will probably be able to see how long the walk is. Obviously, I won't walk all the way to my destination because I did tell myself I shouldn't be, like I shouldn't be dropping the low like that. So you definitely got to be careful in these YouTube streets. Thankfully, this is not a live video because you just never know who's out there. I don't think I live that lifestyle, but you just never know who want to do you wrong, man. So that's one of my thing where I'm like, man, you think people are not watching, but when they do, you don't want to be in the same position as you said you were. All right, so I'm rethinking the smoothie because it's actually cold a little bit. However, you know, I mean, how cold is it gonna make me? I am walking, trying to, you know what I'm saying? But let's see. I still gotta go this way. Next harder decision is picking which truck to fuck with. I think I want a small all green smoothie with sea moss in it. Depends on the price point. Usually I get my favorite fruits, but you know. Whew. I might just take the first one. Let's see their price range. Ooh. Hello. Hi. Yes. Can I have a medium number 34 with sea moss in there?
Anything else?
I think that'll be all. Thank you. $5. There you go. Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. I felt a little standoffish towards, but there's the next person that I just came and say hi, hello, nothing, right? How can I help you? All right, bye. All right. I said thank you, nothing, right? And then the next person in line, which is a lady, hi, hello. I don't know if it's the phone, because I definitely wasn't trying to record her, but the truck was going in through my pocket while doing all that. You know, I wasn't even, but it seems like she was standoffish. But I'm not even looking for a reason. I just know. Sorry. Yeah, beef patties, that's ready? No. Awesome. Appreciate it.
Buy a curry goat.
Maybe later.
Buy a chicken.
Alright. I'm gonna go just get my smoothie. I was just smelling food, so I was tempted, but it's probably that halal truck that I was smelling. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna get my smoothie and I'll start that walk. I'm glad to walk sometimes because I be driving everywhere, man. I be driving everywhere. And at some point when I was doing like every day just driving, I felt like my legs was like just a lot weaker. But obviously now it feels a little bit stronger because I started jogging and stuff like that. A little too early for some halal. I gotta check the house to see what's at the house because sometimes, Thank you. All right, you too. All right. I was able to catch it this time. Woo. I was able to catch it this time. Woo. Let me make it my job to get across these streets, man. Like I said, your boy don't be walking like that. Actually, Let me take it up this way, cause I don't gotta. I'm walking back this way as if I'm driving, but I'm like, why go back and come forward? So I was a little bit on the fence about peanut butter to my smoothie, but guess what? That berry and that peanut butter together is not that bad. Plus, I was thinking protein, so you know. All right, yeah, man. This is for the channel on some chill shit. Just imagine a guy who's alone most of the time and basically just enjoying his own company, you know? I mean, sometimes I wish I had other people company, but at the same time, after a little bit, I don't want to be around nobody. And sometimes I stick around people longer than I should, so it's not like I push people away. But usually when the dust settles, you're all by yourself anyways. So I just want to demonstrate that I'm a cool guy. It would hurt to know that people intentionally try not to be around me, but for the most part, I don't feel like I get invites like that. Maybe here and there, but not so much. There's nothing I'm looking to fix though, because I use the time for valuable reasons. Like when you with somebody every day, sometimes you want to do content, but you know it's not the mindset. We don't share the same mindset. Like, you know, somebody I consider my best friend, you know, we're like total opposites. But like it's kind of like best friend situation because at some point we did have something in common. Like could have been smoking weed or just hanging out because we live so damn close. But we definitely go back a couple of years of knowing each other. And you know, when I moved back here, like years later, we just linked up again. But it's back to regular program because I've been, you know, since 2020 when I started smoking. We kind of only hang out here and there, so I can count in one hand how many times we see each other each year since then. Because, like I said, I no longer smoke, but and also I prioritize working. So after one job, I'm no longer on my free time to hang out like that. So yeah. All right, this walk has officially started. I'm not going to try to get food because I'm banking on at least something that was made. No, I was there Sunday, so I wouldn't eat Sunday food. Something that was made between yesterday and Tuesday. I'm banking on that being at the house. That way, once again, you know, we could budget a few dollars. We're kind of on a busy street, so it sucks for the video. But I'll put it closer to my mouth, so you can hear me more or better. But yeah, man, I'm walking these streets. Feel like I don't know. You just gotta keep your head. when I run into somebody I know, I feel better when I see them before they see me. And that's usually the case when I'm behind the wheel. You know, I see people before they see me, but it doesn't matter the relationship. It just when they see me first, I'm like, damn, I got caught lacking. But yeah, man. Ever since I got my license, I never looked back. This was back in 2015. It's been like 10 years. It's been 10 years ever since I got my license and bought my first car. You never like, I kind of always kept a car. Never really went out without a car for more than a few days or weeks, maybe a month. Whenever I'm moving here and needed to get a job and register my car and all that. So but I didn't go that far. I'm not someone who enjoys people driving me unless I'm in another country. Then it's like I could relax. But here, I'm home. If I don't got a car and I go out with some friends, something tells me, man, this is the reason why I keep a car. All right. This the walkable part. It's like a little downhill, uphill, crossing the park. Like I don't like jogging on concrete. So unless it's like a track field, I tend to stay away from jogging. I just don't like walking on concrete. Neither do I like jogging on treadmills. Like that in space, that in pace, whatever you call it. Not in pace, but like that going nowhere. I mean, I know it works for sure, but there's no, there's no drive there. But whenever I'm lapping on the track, I'll be like, yeah, I'm putting that work in. You feel me? Yeah, it's good to be back though. In a way, that's really how work should be. You know. Yeah, it's good to go home to your bed, but I'd rather work all my days forward and have enough days to, to myself. And that's in order to, like, not you off today, work tomorrow, off today, work tomorrow. But work 3 days, 4 days, 3 days off. I think that's the nurses' schedule and all of them. So that's pretty cool. Last weekend I ate a bunch of burgers. 2 from McDonald's. And I believe I ordered an extra one from Sonic. I was just so hyped that they actually had Sonic in the area, because they took it away from here, from this area, the one that they had. So I just had a random idea, like, oh, let me see if they got Sonic around here. And lo and behold, they did have Sonic. So I had another burger, And I don't know, I just felt unhealthy as shit. Now that wasn't always the case, but now we're getting up there with age, and people are all coming up sick. So before we get the bad news, we just want to be proactive into taking care of our health. By the way, this week I had to go check my mail. That's a whole nother story because I get my mail at my grandma's house. So, until I get a permanent, a permanent resident. And that's probably when around the time I get the news that, my mother's coming to this country. So wherever I put her up, I'll get my mail there. But once I do, I don't know what's gonna incentivize me to get even an apartment in the United States. Now, I don't mind getting what they call them duplexes, and be able to rent them, or maybe find one place to store my stuff basically and stay. But you gotta work on that. Gotta pay my student loans so my credit could actually move. Yeah, here's the park I was talking about. Yeah, we're like 21 minutes in. So they told me my stuff will be ready. Well, not ready, but they'll take it in like 2 hours. So, like I said, I'm gonna just, get enough rest based on time and then walk back to pick it up. If anything, I'll probably get straight to work. Or, a little mouse. It's quick as hell. All right. Berries and peanut butter. No bread. That's a meal right there. Tastes good. Now, I don't know if it's gonna sit well in my stomach, but I also asked for that sea moss in there. But really, the sea moss is something I should probably be having every morning. But, I mean, I got a break, but I had a lot of mucus coming up, especially when I was sick, like well before I got sick and a little while after. Like right now, it doesn't feel like it, or the past couple of days, but that was another one of my concerns. I wanted to tell the doctor when I get a doctor visit, or I wanted to just start doing the herbs and stuff like that, the natural herbs and all that. But we still gonna check that out. I can't quite know when, because right now I'm like, I'm booked for, I just came back, right, early this month, August 5th. I was out, I left in July, late July. I was out last June. I think I came back the 15th. And after June, I left from April. That's when I started traveling for the year 2025. So I've been on the road, man. The 4th trip is booked. So I just broke the tie. Last year I took 3 trips. This year I already tied it with 3. And all I need to do is attend this trip. It's like the 4th for this year. Now I'm on pace after the 4th one. If I go in October, and I go in November, and I go in December, I'm on pace to do 7 trips. Now there will be repeated destinations, maybe a new city here and there. Even in December, while in DR, I might just drop into Haiti. So you could consider it a city or another country. It's whatever. But yeah, I'm on pace for 7 trips. And then after that, coming back 2026, I will plan accordingly to visit at least 2 new countries without, it depends. Since I'm going to these countries 4 more times, it depends. If I don't got like something significant there, maybe I'll go to new spots. I'll focus on new spots. But I'm actually hoping that I could, have a cornerstone there, so to speak. Because ain't no way I went to a country 10 times and, nothing is working out. Then I might as well, I have a good time, but the turnover rate is too much. So out of the 4 more times, each country gets 2 chances. So, there's not much you could do in a 3 to 5, maybe 6 days being there, but like I said, it's all about how I feel, though, If I want to give it a million chance, then I'll give it a million chance. Like even here in America, sometimes I'm still willing to give it a chance. But now, my focus is on getting some money out of here. And the weekends I'm not here, that's me missing out on money, of course. But I cannot doubt how much I feel like my value goes up when I return. Like when I'm here, I make a little money, which raised my value from being over there. Because around my last day, if I stay extra 1 or 2 days, guess what? It feels like my value gonna start going down because no income, out of money. When I arrive, pockets full, value full. So it's like a pour in, pour out situation. America pour into me for trading my time for money, and I pour into these countries for welcoming me, embracing me, and allowing me to partake in their culture, and so forth and so on. The smoothie is no longer frozen. It's damn near watery. And yeah, it's It's a walk, man. It's a walk. It's a lot. It's not as easy as I imagined because I think I only covered half of the trail. So let's keep going. Okay. So yeah, still willing to give America a chance, but I'm gonna delay it because I need to see the laws, benefit me. And I'm gonna stick around to vote the changes I want to see. Because most of my life I didn't believe in my votes being mattered. Although people was preaching that left and right, I was like a rebel. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, it does, or at least I will feel like I'm participating, right? Especially when the outcome is there, like who you voted for actually wins and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into that because last election was vicious. It felt like the COVID all over again. Friendships was put on the line, all kinds of stuff. But I'm glad I got a renewal on appreciation for this country. I mean, I can't remember when it was great or anything like that. But I do know, amongst others, it's one of the few places that most people rather come to for opportunities. And I'm one of those people that got here for opportunities, at least along with my parents. Now, over time, watching them while I'm growing up, not all of them actually took advantage of it, but I watched some. They got their little fair share, as much as they could do at the age they came. And as for me, before I knew it, by a blink of an eye, I'm already almost at the age that they came in at. So, I'm almost the age that my father got here. I'm probably like a year or two off. And we came together. So how time has passed, right? And there's still changes to come. So like I said, appreciation. I hope we continue to win the battles without shedding any blood. And I hope when it comes down to it, we do the right thing for the sake of humanity. That's just my patriotic speech right there. Speaking of, I haven't reached out to family much, but when I did have time, I did. And you know how it be. People caught up in their own thing. But I'm just baffled that people, sometimes they hold me to reach out to them, knowing that when I reach out to them, it's not because I'm asking for anything. I literally should just be like, how you doing? Either I saw this opportunity that made me think of you, which has no return to me. It's just like, hey, have you done this? Oh, this is available. Versus them when they call me I could almost guess 9 out of 10, there's a favor. And kind of like my sister, she might not ask me on that same phone call, but after we hang up, like last time, an hour later, she'll text that favor. She'll even call me if I don't answer. So it was pretty urgent. So, and it's good to hear from people, but only hearing from them because they need something. Yeah. And when I call people, man, 'cause I don't like being on the phone. Like I said, I'm a loner. Part of it is by choice. And another part of it, it's selective. It is what it is. So, yeah. 35 minutes in, I did not know I've been walking for 30 minutes. I'm taking into account that I ordered the smoothie, but it was ready in like 3 minutes. So I am baffled that it's that long of a walk. But when I think about it, it's pretty short to me. And I know I got another 10 to 15 minutes to walk. So did I just walk for almost an hour? That's crazy. But I'll take the credits, just like we take the hours at work when they fly by. I'll take it. I've been trying to buy an M37. Although it's old, but if I'm just gonna have a car to get around, that's in good shape. I hope I can get back to the M's. All right. We're gonna keep moving. Only thing we could do is to keep moving. YouTube. One day I'm gonna reach my rights. My right to live stream. So instead of me going on and on a regular video and worrying about uploading it, this would have been, well, I don't think this should be a live stream. Unless I'm somewhere, somewhere that you can't, that's not so common, right? So I always gotta remember that. Know the difference when you're a small channel, like right now, to a notable channel that that could be instant live streaming. Because if I've been walking for 35 minutes, guess what? Somebody could catch up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that for everyone because of what happened to that content creator, or just in general in the past. Rappers thinking it's cool to post everything every hour for the year. Well, even now, but most definitely around the year 2020. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. And I was one of those cats, back in 2018, 2019, 2020. I wanted attention so bad. I would have a story full of my day-to-day activity. And I thought I was going to be an influencer. And then I stripped myself, I stripped my ego, and didn't want any attention at all. And now I'm back doing it, not for the attention, but for my sanity. Sometimes you gotta be able to let that shit out. because I got a lot going on in my head. And more than half of them, I don't say it out loud. So I'm just glad there's an outlet to get out a little bit of it at least. Ooh, I do have my house key. The good thing about this is, even if I'm late and I don't get the car key, I can still drive the car. So I know they're not gonna close, but if I want more sleep and stuff like that, I don't got a trip. But and plus they're not doing some mechanical stuff that, is gonna have, things go wrong. They're basically gonna rotate the tires and tell me it's ready. So I wanna wake up at 4, 3, maybe 3, to take my shower and then go. So be it. I don't gotta rush my rest or nothing like that. So yeah, man, like I said, this last week, the job kind of tested me, One of the guys not taking his meds, because I don't give him meds. I only give the other 2 guys meds. He's supposedly take his own meds, but he seemed the most dangerous. He had issues with the food, not because the food tasted bad, but because I gave him too much food, which was a simple solution, but he decided to talk to himself about it. That's fine, because I've been noticing attitude from Monday, and, he just one of them ones, man. He seemed the most dangerous, so he isolates himself most of the time, but, it kind of shook up my day a little bit. So I'm glad the week is over, but there's always going to be next week and the week after that until it pays off on a short-term basis. But all right, man, we're going to cut it off here. We got a little more ways to go, but you don't got to walk me all the way home. Peace.